So guys, a year ago I made a video about LaMelo Ball and I talked about how good I believe LaMelo Ball actually was. And in the past year, it's just been crazy. When I made that video, I don't even think LaMelo Ball had signed for the team in Lithuania. And since then, he signed for a team in Lithuania, played in the LKL, which is, while not one of the highest leagues in Europe, quite a high standard of basketball, with Zalgiris, who are an elite EuroLeague team. He's played in the JBA, which, if you guys watched any of the JBA, I'm not even going to consider that real basketball. And he also played in a lot of exhibition games against 15-year-olds, which he put up 60, 70 points, and people were making out like he was doing that against professional players. He then went back to high school to play in the Spire Academy, where he's putting up nearly 20 points and getting triple doubles in most games, and his highlights look incredible. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about how good I think LaMelo is actually, and also his strengths, his weaknesses, and whether I think he will make the NBA in 2020, and also whether I think if he does make the NBA, he's going to be an NBA star or even a starter. So before this video starts, we are doing a daily December. We're uploading a video every single day, and the first 8 days, this is the 9th of December, the first 8 days have been incredible. We have nearly gotten 5,000 subscribers in these 8 days. Our goal was 70,000 subscribers by the end of the month, and right now it's looking like we could honestly get 70,000 subscribers by like the 15th. We've gotten over 1,000 in the last day. So for everyone that's new to the channel, big thank you. And if you guys like basketball content, subscribe. I will be doing, again, a video every single day for the rest of this month, and then hopefully 1 to 2 a week from the start of January onwards. But anyway, now let's get on to the video. So I'm gonna start off talking about the strengths of LaMelo Ball. And to be honest, there's a lot of them. First of all, LaMelo Ball is long. Like, I honestly don't know what height he is. Some people say he's 6'5", others say he's 6'7". Either way, he's gonna be a tall point guard. To be honest, he looks more like he's probably 6'6", 6'7", around that height. Unlike last year where LaMelo Ball was struggling to dunk the ball, he now seems to be getting putback dunks, dunking with ease, so his athleticism has increased a lot. While he's by no means ultra athletic, he's deceptively quick. His first step is quick, and he's crafty enough that he's going to be able to get by people without having elite speed. He's also a crafty finisher. While obviously, if you guys have seen his lowlights, for every great crafty finish he makes through contact, he throws the ball off the backboard and throws it nowhere near the ring. Obviously, if you guys have watched some of his lowlights, watch him in full games, you know he does that an awful lot. He still has the ability to finish really well. He has the ability to finish with both hands. He has the ability to finish in a way that makes him almost impossible to block. And I think that if he can get more efficient at that, he can be quite good at getting to the basket. Everyone's calling one of his strengths is shooting, and to an extent, I'm going to call it strength. I'm going to put his actual ability to shoot as a strength. LaMelo Ball, when he's open, can shoot the lights out. He's got range. LaMelo Ball can shoot it from deep. He's already got NBA range. And to be honest, if teams leave him open, he could be quite a nice shooter. Even though his form is a little bit awkward, to be honest, I don't see it being like a Lonzo problem, because the biggest problem with Lonzo's shot is that he can't shoot going right. With LaMelo, he seems to be able to shoot going left, going right, which means that even though his form looks a little bit weird, I don't think at the next level it's going to be too hard to get off, because it is getting quicker and quicker and quicker, and he's becoming obviously more used to getting it off. Another strength is his ability to pass. His court vision is absolutely incredible. Like, his ability to drive in, kick to players, hit players on cuts is unbelievable. His half-court passing is great. But at the same time, when people are comparing him to Lonzo Ball passing-wise, he's quite similar in the half-court passing to Lonzo. And to be honest, the biggest thing with Lonzo passing-wise is his ability to hit people in transition and start the fast break, which is something LaMelo really doesn't do well. So even though he's a great passer in the half court, he's great at driving, getting players on cuts, he's great at driving and kicking out shooters. He's honestly nowhere near as good a transition passer as Lonzo. However, he's still got a type of the passing gift, and if he does go into the NBA, he will be a great flashy passer, if nothing else. So anyway, now we're going to go on to his weaknesses. His first weakness is his defense. I've never seen LaMelo Ball play any on-ball defense. And I'm not joking. From Chino Hills to Lithuania to the JBA, well, there was just no one played defense in JBA, so I'm not going to hold that against them. And we haven't seen a full game of him playing at Spire, so we haven't seen him play defense. From what I've seen from LaMelo playing full games, he just doesn't play defense. While he's elite at getting in passing lanes, he genuinely doesn't play any on-ball defense at all. And I know a lot of you guys might be saying, oh, Lonzo was a poor defender in college. Yes, Lonzo was a poor defender, but Lonzo played defense. LaMelo literally doesn't. He seems to just completely switch off when his man has the ball, and he has absolutely no interest in stopping his man. Lonzo just has slow foot speed. LaMelo just seems disinterested on that end of the floor. Another weakness with LaMelo is when he doesn't have the ball in his hands, he's incredibly lazy. And I'm not talking about people saying with Lonzo that, oh, it's effortless to him, it looks like he's lazy. A lot of the times I've seen, even in Spire Academy, like they'll be going through an offense and LaMelo won't have crossed the halfway line yet. If he doesn't have the ball in his hands, it's very rare you ever see LaMelo even go into a jog. Most of the time when he doesn't have the ball in his hands, he just starts walking around. While he's an elite player with the ball in his hands, he needs the ball in his hands, and that is a big weakness. And to be honest, while it's a huge weakness now, it's definitely something that can be fixed, but again, if he doesn't, he's just not going to get away with that at the NBA level. And his last weakness is the most obvious one, and it's the one that everyone knows about, and it's his shot selection. LaMelo Ball may have the worst shot selection I've ever seen from a high school kid. Period. Like, you guys have all seen those lowlights, and a lot of people, while some people take the highlights and say that a player is unbelievable, they never miss because that's all they show in highlights, there's also the opposite end when people just look at the lowlights and say he's the worst player around. And if you look at LaMelo's lowlights, he takes some of the most ridiculous shots you will ever see. Off the dribble, fast break, 35 footers that hit the backboard now, don't even hit the ring. He's honestly takes some of the highest degree of difficulty layups I've ever seen, some of the highest degree of difficulty step back pull up 3-pointers. Like, there was a reason why through like 5 or 6 games with the JBA, even where no defense was played, he was shooting like 9% from 3. Not really anything to do with his ability to shoot, basically just a product of his shot selection. So while he can shoot, if his shot selection doesn't improve, which people are saying that it's improved, but again, we haven't seen him in full games in Spire Academy, and people saying that are people that I know for a fact are just looking at his highlights. So it is something that he definitely needs to work on, but again, it's something that can be worked on. So how good is LaMelo Ball actually? LaMelo Ball is a brilliant basketball player, and the more I watch him, the more confused I just get watching him play. So LaMelo, on one hand, has got the gifts naturally, his height, his craftiness, his ability to see the floor, his actual offensive IQ. He has those type of like natural things. He's obviously worked hard on his game. His ability to shoot from deep is big. He can score the ball well. He can pass well. But his weaknesses are stuff that if he doesn't improve, not only will he never be an NBA player, he'll never play a high level in college, he'll also never play a high level in Europe, because it was IQ more than anything, and just, well, laziness that he didn't play for Vitautas, who are one of the worst teams in, well, not one of the best leagues, a solid enough pro league. So LaMelo Ball, honestly, I said this last year, and I honestly agree with the point that I made, that while LaMelo Ball has the potential to be a lottery pick in the NBA, at 21 years old, it would not surprise me to see LaMelo Ball completely packed it in and given up basketball. I think that LaMelo Ball could either be a lottery pick, a starter in the NBA and a good scorer by the time he's like 23, or he could have retired from the game of basketball. And I think anywhere in between is possible. So while I think LaMelo Ball is a supremely talented player, I think from a talent perspective, he is an unbelievable basketball player. And I don't think anyone should question that. And I don't think anyone really can question how talented LaMelo Ball is as a basketball player. However, the social media hype, it seems to have gotten to him. And hopefully, from what I've seen at the Spire Academy, he does seem to have matured a little bit. His overall game, his overall IQ seems to have improved. But again, from watching him play, he still appears lazy. We don't know about his shot selection because we haven't seen any of the shots that he misses. We don't really know what percentage he's shooting. But from looking at box scores, he seems to be shooting a better percentage and also shooting a lot less, which is a really good sign. But again, we don't actually know how he's doing at the minute. The JBA, I'm not even going to consider that real basketball, and he struggled pro in Lithuania, which I'm not going to hold against him because he was a 16-year-old playing against grown men, and of course he was going to struggle pro, and he actually had a solid enough game against Zalgiris, who were an elite EuroLeague team, so he showed that he can be an elite player at some stage. But honestly, I think a year from now, we're going to have an actual idea of whether he's going to be an NBA player. Right now, everything we've seen from LaMelo Ball, I don't think, unless you've gone and actually analyzed his game, you've gone to all of his games and scouted them rather than just being a hype person and looking at it for hype, looking at it for highlights, I honestly don't know how most people can break down the game. And from by the looks of it, from scouts, there's almost zero scouting, actual scouting done on LaMelo Ball. So it appears that not many people are watching his game. He doesn't appear to be on any draft boards right now. So he seems to just, in the actual basketball world, while he's hyped in the YouTube basketball world, in the actual basketball world, he seems to have fallen off the face of the earth. And honestly, I think it'll be another year until anyone can actually evaluate whether he's going to be a legit NBA prospect or not, or whether he'll even play professional basketball, because I honestly can't see LaMelo Ball playing pro in Europe. I see him more than likely not playing basketball at all and just almost going like a street ball route, exhibition basketball, or even the JBA starting back up again if LaMelo Ball doesn't make the NBA, which is a possibility because LiAngelo is very unlikely to make it. So anyway, that's the video. Leave in the comments what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.